Okay, I'm trying really hard. Demons are all acting up. I put them in order, so now I'm trying to shuffle them really good, but they're very anxious to play. So excited. If you feel any type of way about my demon deck, just remember most demons were angels once that questioned God's authority. And so that's just something to keep in mind. But if you don't like it, you gotta just not watch my channel. And that's all there really is to it. So I'm trying to shuffle these up pretty good, but I'm going to do the same little layout where I'm just going to pull one demon for each sign for the year. When I use my demon deck in my readings, it's usually very, very work-oriented. It's a pattern I notice, so I kind of keep it that way. The demons are here to work for you, okay? So don't be afraid just because they're demons. They're a lot of fun. And like I said, most of them were angels once. Okay, it's time to go. They're telling me it is time. All right. Okay. We got a pretty good variety here. This is going to be your demon work advice for the year 2020. Starting with Aries. Once again, Aries, we have Balan. Let's see what Balan is about. I got no shame in the fact that I'm still learning. I think it's kind of fun. It's like tarot and story time. Okay. The hawk is often a symbol of sharp and distant sight, and Balan is a demon known for his ability to see the past, present, and future. It goes great with the priestess. He can also hide men from sight by teaching the secrets of invisibility. Even when we can't learn how to be literally invisible, the ability to see without being seen is a skill within our reach. Taking the opportunity to observe the world without drawing attention to ourselves can sometimes help us to better see our own past, present, and possible futures. Divination. Focus on listening instead of speaking, observing instead of being observed. I think that goes really good with the priestess card too. We're just like reiterating the whole the knowledge this year that Aries is going to gain. All right, Taurus, you got Came. Little birdie Came. Let's see what he's got to say. Although many demons are said to have answers regarding the past, present, and future, Cain is unique in that his specialty is given to be premonitions only of the future. His form is also somewhat unique. Unlike the raven, the common blackbird was not considered a particularly evil or dark omen in folklore. Perhaps there was simply too many of these very common birds to be considered frightening. As with Beelzebub's flies, Cain's brother and sister blackbirds may have been his eyes throughout the world, allowing him to pick up news that use knowledge to predict the future. Cain was apparently able to teach those who summoned him how to understand the thrushes, as well as the calls of all birds and animals, and even the sounds of rivers and oceans, so that the summoner might be able to use that knowledge to make predictions. That's crazy, but also the description of Cain definitely reminded me of Hunter x Hunter, the Flutter Chimera ant. If anybody gets that reference, please comment because I am obsessed. Anyways, divination. Focus on listening to ambient sounds for calm, relaxation, inspiration. Taurus, we're going to have so much money, we're going to be stressed out about it. Just remember to stay calm. That's what I'm getting from Cain. That's awesome. All right, Gemini, what demon are you? You've got Nikar. Nikar. Nikar? Okay, this is a new one for me. I've only seen like half this deck, I'm telling you. Okay? Although in some folktales, Nikars rescue drowning children or give safe passage across the water, far more stories focus on their ability to lure sailors into rocks or rapids, much like the mythology associated with the sirens, and to cause great tempests, whirlpools, and storms. However, sailing, fishing, and exploration were a very important part of human life, and so the risks of confronting a Nikar on a voyage had to be weighed against the benefits of fresh food and new discoveries. sailors took all possible precautions against the mischievous or evil water demons that they might encounter, and all were cautioned to be humble and thankful to any good or help from the cars. But ships continued to sail the rivers and oceans of the Old World despite the dangers the Nikars might offer. Nickers? How do you say that? It's like the name Nick. We'll just call him Nicks. Jesus. Alright, so the divination for you, Gemini, is focused on taking necessary precautions and respecting powerful outside influences. Didn't we talk about stability and work for y'all? That means let the boss give you promotions, baby. You've got some good stuff coming to you. Alright. Cancer. Nebus. Nebus. This is Nebus. Looks like Santa's workshop in hell, actually, a little bit. Whatever. Okay, I'm about to find out. It is quite possible that as the conductor of dreams and visions in hell, Nebus is not taken seriously for the same reasons that we humans sometimes scoff at daydreamers or those people who always seem to be off in their visions of the future. However, there is no questioning that we sometimes also speak of dreams with respect. People who have a dream of great things can inspire many, as can those leaders with vision. There is a fine line, it seems, between dreamers and that are considered fools and those that are considered visionaries. Visionaries. Divination for you, Cancer. Focus for dreams, both inspiring visions and relaxing daydreams, and knowing the difference between the two. Don't just imagine a life that would be better if you were braver and had the guts to like quit that job or leave that man. Just don't dream it, be it. Okay? Be the future you want to see. Alright? Leo. We got Paimon. Very cool. She's cute. Just riding a camel through the desert. Let's see what Paimon is about. And if I'm like pronouncing these horribly, I don't know how to say them. So get over it. Paimon's areas of expertise are many. He is knowledgeable in the arts and sciences, philosophy, and events of the past, present, and future. When Paimon is summoned, he is preceded first by a line of trumpeters to announce his appearance, followed by a line of those under his command, then a clang of cymbals and other musical instruments, and finally he will appear riding his camel very slowly into view. After that grand entrance, Paimon is very arrogant and loud, and it may take some time for the summoner to attract his undivided attention to pose questions or requests. However, Paimon is very knowledgeable, and it is perhaps understandable that he manifests in such an awesomeness manner out of missing the glory of his former heavenly incarnation. If you can bear with his admittedly long-winded and abrasive entrance, his gifts can be worth the time and effort. I'm just going to be the one to say that sounds very like Leo to be super extra and very hard to maintain attention with. But let's see what the divination is. Beware of unfavorable first impressions. Many intelligent and knowledgeable individuals are awkward or abrasive at first as a defense mechanism. One should watch for those actions within oneself. So we are talking about work and career here. And with the Empress card, it's really about you building up and channeling all of your good and glory into a physical manifestation, Leo. So when you meet people this year, be kind, be humble, and know that you never know who can help you on your journey. All right. So, Virgo, we got Forcas. What an interesting fellow. Kind of like Cousin Zit Dirty Uncle from hell. Yeah. Forcas it is. Let's see what we got going on for you, Virgo. Hopefully it's better than the Judgment card, but I have a feeling it's going to be right in line with it. Okay. Forcas is said to have many gifts and specialties, all of them benefit to the summoner and given with general goodwill. He is knowledgeable about many sciences, including the uses of stones and herbs in his medicines and alchemy. He is gifted with all forms of public speaking, from logic and debate to speeches and persuasion. He can find and recover treasures, and he's a great lover of the arts. Forca's gift is his ability to gift the conjurer with some portion of his logic and ingenuity, and help them express themselves eloquently. When you release the judgment, you get the win, okay? Divination, focus on gaining eloquence and grace. What did we tell you? Don't be nervous like, oh, maybe I'm not good at my job. Don't even think like that. Just be excellent at your job, because we all know Virgos get it done. And you always will get it done. So don't doubt yourself, and don't hold up on the judgments that you hold over yourself either. Alright? So let's see what you got, Libra. We've got Fur. Kind of looks like one of Santa's reindeers. I'm seeing a theme here going on. See what's up with Fur for the the Libra. Fur. Where is Fur? Some of these demons got funny names, dude. Fur is said to be able to create storms and tempests, incite passions, and cause lightning to strike and thunder to shake the land wherever the conjurer requests. It would seem that in conjunction with Fur's rakish name, his gifts are destructive and cruel. However, Fur's other gift is the ability to strengthen the bond between married couples into something unbreakable and eternal. So we see Fur's gifts restoring passion and excitement can be used for destruction when used in excess, but it can also be one of the most valuable tools when used in moderation. Of course, relationships should be built on trust that doesn't require a magical triangle, so Fur's gifts should still be considered with judgment. Libra, I think we all know what that message is. Divination, focus on enduring love and passion. Beware of strong emotions becoming destructive. Listen, even if work gets stressful for you, Libra, you've got to remember to love and appreciate your partners. You guys are really good at being cold at the most random and inconvenient times. Just gonna put that out there. Remember not to get so stressed out that you fall out of love, Libra. All right, Ganga Grandma. Nice. Is that a grandma? Is my grandma? Ganga Grandma for Sagittarius. No, Scorpio. We are on Scorpio. Ganga Grandma for Scorpio. Call into Clancy's entry on Ganga Grandma, whoever she may be, includes a terrible ritual allegedly used to honor the demon god. Although Colin de Plancy specifies that his Ganga Grandma is a feminine entity, he uses masculine pronouns he and him throughout the description of the ritual. Non-binary or whatever. I mean, I think that's cool. According to Dictionnaire, women of a village were lured into participating in rituals to honor the demon, being told that no harm would come to them. However, once they agreed, they were suspended in the air by hooks pierced through their skin of their backs, and their cries were drowned out by the roars of a crowd. Although similar rituals did and do exist in many cultures, Colin de Plancy seems to have created as a cautionary tale against giving consent for infernal rituals without full knowledge of the proceedings. However, I would be remiss if I did not point out that ill-using an unsuspecting female to prove a point of worship is not too far from what Colin de Plancy has done by inventing or twisting the tale of a sacred Hindu aspect to further his own beliefs. That's really chaotic, but I would expect nothing less for Scorpio. That is really chaotic. And if we're talking like work environments, don't put up with sexist bosses either. That's what I'm gonna say. Like, don't put up with bigot bosses this year, okay? But the divination is going to be beware of excessive pride, bragging, or not judging a situation or knowing all of the facts before getting involved. Be careful, because that sweet deal that's coming up, it just might not be as sweet of a deal as it seems, Scorpio. Alright, so we got Flaga, winged little demon up there. Let's see what Sagittarius has going on with Flaga. All my assumptions about the mysterious Flaga are based on the keystone conjecture that her name, Flaga, is from the Swedish word for gust of wind, a reasonable assumption given that she is depicted as appearing on an eagle, but not a very scientific one. However, the word Flaga gave us somewhat archaic definition that would nevertheless have been used in Colin de Plancy's time, of the English word flaw, a sudden, short burst of cleansing wind, a gush of passion, or a rising noise that leaves only silence in its wake. Perhaps Flaga, the demon, has been lost to a flaw of time. How dark and mysterious, Sagittarius. Divination. Focus on clearing away debris, physical or mental obstructions. You got that art card. You guys already know what you're doing, honestly. I don't even need to talk to Sagittarius right now. Like, you got this. Get all of the crumb and the crud out of your pretty pictures that you're painting this year. Okay, Capricorn, we've got this weird little snake monkey thing. Aman. It's almost like amen, but demonic. Okay. If Amun-Ra and Aman are indeed the same being, perhaps there is a reason why Aman's gifts is the ability to mend fractured relationships. Did we not talk about you letting love in? Anyways, after all, the excuse for a severed friendship is very often, we're different people now. It is possible that Aman knows better than most that it is possible to change so much as to be virtually unrecognizable and yet still be the same person underneath. Divination. Focus on repairing relationships that have drifted apart through differences, finding common ground. Capricorn, this year you need to focus on love. You have your work situated and sorted for yourself. You do not need to bust it out like you have been. Take a break and learn self-love so you can start loving someone else too. Huge lesson for Capricorn this year is all about love. Welcome to the club. Okay. Aquarius. Got Buffonite. This is a cool one. I know about Buffonite. This is like really magical, which is good. You're going to need any remedies you can get after the Tower moment. Perhaps there is no scientific basis for the claims that the Buffonite is an antidote, let alone that it exists at all. Many Buffonite amulets were in fact fossilized fish heads, but as a metaphor it is still quite powerful. Toads were often described as witches' familiars, and their skin was thought to be used in all manner of magical potions. Yet from inside the head of the toads, folklore also invented a cure. Okay, so Aquarius, it's going to be a rough year, but you are going to be your own solution. Divination, Divination. Focus on finding worth and beauty in circumstances or items that others may regard as ugly. You are going to turn your whole team around if that's what your work environment is like. Alright, Pisces. Last demon we've got is Dumas. We'll call him Dumas. Almost like Doofus, but it's Dumas. He kind of looks like a doofus. He's got chicken legs. Alright, let's see what Dumas is about for Pisces. Dumas may or may not exist. She may or may not be a demon, or a goddess, or an idol. In fact, although Colin DePlancy claims Dumas was a demon masquerading as a goddess in Calicut, that information seems to have been taken almost entirely from a very brief account published in 1503 by the Italian traveler Ludovico di Vartema. I don't know, I did my best. Of a god called Bumo, and added to some supplemental and conflicting accounts by other sailors and fair bit of Colin DePlancy's own imagination. Other demonologists have attempted to connect Colin DePlancy's Dumas with the Hindu goddess Durga. Interesting. Okay, so basically there's a lot of confusion with you Pisces. That's okay. Figure out who you are, tackle your addictions, whatever. Divination, beware of misinformation through the telephone game. Gossip and rumors pass through many sources until the original facts are completely lost. Don't try to keep up with everyone else. Don't get involved in work drama. Focus on yourself, Pisces. You've got a long road of recovery ahead of you, I'll tell you that much. Okay, coffee break.